In a studio that's in a basement comes the epic story of how two friends changed the future of the movie podcast game forever. The reviews are in. Boys Life magazine gives the High Sci podcast 4.5 acorns. The Daily Bugle says, these guys are super legit. And Pope Francis declares the podcast as life-affirming. From the kid who tried to get smart with David Spade and got fucking old.
You're still out. You're still bad.
And the guy who can name all four Baldwin brothers.
Alec, William, Daniel, and the baby boy, Stephen.
Live from the studio of his parents' basement. The Have You Seen It podcast.
Welcome back to the Have You Seen It podcast. Sitting across from me is the man, Cash Kraus. My name is Mason Knight. I don't know why I went backwards there, Cash.
I have no idea. I love the energy, though.
We're here.
The energy.
This is pretty awesome. This is we've coined the phrase Foreign Film Friday.
We have. Well, I wouldn't say we coined it. Because we have not TM'd it yet.
We have not.
We need to get it on that.
We are in discussions.
Yes, the legal proceedings
we
have our
contacted
underway.
our lawyers.
Yes, we have a series of lawyers. We both have.
We do. We have a team of lawyers.
Because we're constantly getting sued.
We are getting sued left and right.
Yeah, a lot of defamation cases.
Defamation
Johnny
lawsuits.
Johnny Depp's on us still.
He's on our case.
Understandable. Again, technically, we do have to apologize every time we do mention his name. We apologize to you, Johnny Depp. You are a good man. Protect Johnny at all costs. Right. But yeah, this is our Foreign Film Friday.
It is.
Something I'm always very excited to do.
And we have to talk about this first and foremost. We had joked around our last Foreign Film Friday, Cash.
Yes.
That Deli Belly was at 100-1 odds. It was never going to win.
Underdog.
If you were in Vegas,
like
put
Mets.
The house on it, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, man. You never thought it was coming. It's the last movie to be on our original poll.
It was, yes.
And it's one of the first films we ever did a reaction to.
Uh-huh.
So,
and everyone was saying, you guys have to review this film. You have to review it.
It feels like it's been on there forever, but yeah, we are finally getting to Deli Belly.
Deli Belly.
2011 Indian comedy, but man, it is a long time coming.
It is.
And I've always, since we first reviewed the trailer, I've wanted to watch it.
Oh,
but
yeah,
I've haven't, just because I knew someday we might get the chance. Yeah. That day came sooner than later, though.
Yeah, it did. But the people voiced their opinion, man.
Oh, my God.
We almost had 1,000 votes in that poll,
It was because I said it's never going to happen. They said, fuck that guy. It's happening.
I was going through the comments. Some of them were like, come on, everyone, Deli Belly, let's vote for it.
It killed, though.
It did. It crushed.
It killed.
It won with a 43%. I think the closest to it was Come Belongi Nights.
We had almost 1,000 votes still on this one.
Yeah.
So a lot of people voiced their opinion on what we should watch next. And I couldn't be happier.
I know.
I could not be happier.
We are definitely going to keep those polls going. And since we're on the topic of polls, let's talk about the film that we are adding to the poll. We still have on the poll, as it sits right now, Come Belongi Nights, Ugly, Village Rockstar, but why don't you tell the people what we are adding?
Something today? I'm very excited for. Our fourth film we'll be adding this week on the poll will be Ship of Theseus.
Ooh.
Another film that we did very early on in our reactions, but a film that looked amazing. Mm-hmm. It looked super experimental, and it's from the cinematographer of
Panjak Kumar, I believe is his name.
Of Tumbad.
Tumbad,
right? Yes. So that is the fourth one on there. I don't know who's going to win this week.
You know, I honestly don't either. If I had to put my money on it, I'm going to go with Come Belongi Nights, but I have no idea.
Ooh.
A lot of people have been recommending Ship of Theseus, too.
Okay, so let's say one more time. It's Ugly,
Ship
of Theseus.
Yep. Village Rockstar.
And Kumbangula Nights.
Kumbelongi Nights, yep.
Yeah, so get out there and vote. That poll will be released probably by the time you see this video.
Absolutely.
So get on there and vote and comment and let us know which one you picked and why. And why it deserves to be reviewed next week. I really want to see Village Rockstar, but I really want to see Ship of Theseus too.
Yes.
It looks right up my alley where it's going to be real philosophical kind of think piece.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really excited. But I don't know. Like I said, Deli Belly surprised me this week.
It did.
It really did.
It was that was probably the biggest shock to me since going through Indian cinema, having this actually win the poll this week, because I didn't see it coming.
Well, I thought it would be at least close, but man.
Blew it out of the water, man.
Not even close. Yeah, not even close. So that is for next week?
Yep.
Anything else that we want to talk about before we get started on our review?
So, obviously our subscription base has been growing tremendously on our YouTube, which, again, we just want to thank everyone who's subscribing to the channel, who's liking the videos, who's commenting. We see them. We're trying to get to everything as soon as we can.
Yeah.
But we've decided, to kind of set goals for where we want to be. And we've made two little goals. We kind of made two little benchmarks. Yes. You and I off air, we were talking about this. September 1st, we're really going to try to push for 5,000 subscribers. So that's about 60 days from now. And then at the end of the year, it would be such a cool thing for this podcast, for our reviews and everything, if we could hit 10,000 subs by
January 1st.
Yeah, by January 1st.
It is ambitious.
It is ambitious.
Yeah, so we really took a shot there. But yeah, I mean, it would be so awesome, and we're growing so fast right now that I think we can do it. And we have such an awesome fan base right now that they're really pulling for us. So it'd be awesome. Yeah, so 5,000 by September 1st. Mm-hmm. That's 2 months away.
It is.
We just hit about 2,400 right now. So right about the time that this video drops, we'll be close, about halfway there. So we're growing, man. I hope we can do it. 10,000 by January 1st would be unbelievable.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. That'd blow my mind.
We gotta do. I mean, if we do hit it, we gotta do something amazing.
Oh, we're gonna do something big. Yeah,
yeah, we will have to.
Yeah, and sure. we'll probably end up doing shout outs and stuff too.
Oh, for sure. For 5,000, we'll do shout outs for sure. And then 10,000, we'll do even more.
Yeah, because there's a lot of those commenters that I am just recognizing and remembering their names because they comment all the time.
Oh, well, there's one guy that comments from the very first video, and he's been super supportive. It's his first name is Vijay. I know that. So and he has been and he has been unbelievably supportive.
He's awesome.
The entire thing, and he's and he was the one that really kind of pushed us to do more reactions and stuff like that. But so many other people too have been supportive. So we'll do a ton of shout outs once we get there.
I'll bring up one more only because Twitter, it doesn't matter. Every social media he follows us on, he writes to us all the time. Swamp Luck.
Yes.
He comments all the time. But I love his honesty too because he'll be so nice sometimes, but if we screw up, he will let us know.
Oh, yeah.
And you got to appreciate that. You got to appreciate that tenacity. So
for sure. Absolutely.
I love it. They're just so passionate about film.
And there's a ton more, so
we'll definitely
we'll make it entire. If we get to reach our goals, then we'll make an entire video probably dedicated to
definitely.
We'll have to.
We'll have to.
All right, should we get into it?
Let's jump into Deli Belly.
The long-awaited Deli Belly. Yeah. So what did you think about it? 2011. This
2011,
film came out. Not that long ago. The film feels like it came out in 2003. I mean, it just feels like a comedy from the early 2000s in my mind. But yeah, what did you think? What's your first impressions on it?
First impressions, it wasn't as I guess it wasn't as serious as I had anticipated. It felt always lighthearted.
Oh, yeah.
I never felt at any point that, these guys were I thought they did a good job with the bad guy and making him very villainous and very, intimidating. But at no point did I really think any of these three were in trouble.
Almost felt like Hangover-esque.
Correct.
Where you knew now them were going to die.
Yep.
But that being, it was, the deaths were darker in my mind. I mean, I thought it was going to be definitely lighthearted comedy, but I was really surprised when the first guy accidentally gets shot in the head by the guy that gets hit in the head with a fan, and he just accidentally
shoots him
just
in the
pops
head.
that guy right in the head. Yeah, that surprised me.
Brutal.
But yeah, let's talk about. I'll give you the synopsis first. We get into it.
Yeah.
So 3 unsuspecting average guys find themselves on the hit list of one of India's most powerful crime syndicates.
Yes,
absolutely, they do.
They do.
It's a movie of just miscommunication and being in the wrong place in the wrong time,
and also laziness and just pawning it off on someone else.
Food poisoning plays a huge role. A huge role. That guy got
the worst diarrhea in the world.
The worst. It was for days.
Days.
Usually, I've had food. It lasts a day. And then the next day, you're still feeling a little fucked up, but you're not shitting your... My God, dude, this guy...
It was uncontrollable.
Whatever he scratched off his nut sack and then put on that chicken, it was something that was something growing for weeks, man. Something just
some
harvested.
Guy,
oh, yeah,
something wouldn't go away.
Festering up in there, because, man, he gave him the special. And he was digging deep.
He was digging deep,
It's not like it was... over the cloth. Scratch. It was deep. It was knuckle. He was knuckles deep. Yeah.
Brutal.
But yeah, I thought it wasn't nearly it wasn't dark at all, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it started off maybe a little slow, but it really by the time they get into like where the guy with the glasses who has like an afro throughout the time thing, where he gets into the fantasy of the girl he likes getting married, I thought that was hilarious.
It was.
Right about that time, it really kicks up and starts getting really, really funny. But I loved that scene where they break in the song and he goes to it does like, the fantasy where he's like imagining it and she gave me blowjobs and the quick zooms. Yeah. I loved it.
The zooms were amazing.
The zooms were so good, man. That might be my favorite scene, but blowjob and then the dad has a heart attack and he's like it was so good, man. I just love that. And the music was really good throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, and I caught myself going, ha, ha, dun, 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 ha, ha.
Man,
run, bitch, run is what it translates to. And I was like, this is actually a really catchy song. Like, I was humming that all day at work today, and I was like, okay, well, that's a good thing for a film when you can actually like start singing the soundtrack. It
sounded like an Indian like Dropkick Murphys. Like I thought it was Dropkick Murphys almost like translated into Indian. It sounded so close, which I
didn't even think about that.
Yeah, if you don't like Dropkick, right. An awesome rock band. But that was like the same kind of like it hyped me up. Mm-hmm. It was awesome. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
And they played it throughout too the film, but I never felt at any time that it was overplayed because they always played it in a scenario when they're running away.
Always.
It was like the theme song behind the film. Run, bitch, run.
An hilarious song.
Yeah, pretty funny.
Yeah, pretty funny movie. But that's right. It did it. I think it only plays it twice each time they're running away from the Run, Bitch, Run, though. Man, I'm going to have to download it. I was listening to it a lot, too. Let's talk about some of our favorite scenes. I liked the first scene, how it introduces, it kind of just sets the tone, the airport scene where, like, he's going to give her, and she's, like, clearly not taking this very seriously illegal transaction. She's not taking it serious at all.
None.
That we end up finding out the entire thing is over a bunch of diamonds hidden in this nesting doll. And the whole thing, it ends up kind of going from one hand to another. They all kind of pass it along. Yeah. Like she says, drop this off for me. And then someone else will say, you drop this off. And it goes on and on. To where it eventually winds up that the guy who's supposed to get the diamonds, this big drug lord, ends up getting a stool sample of the nastiest, runniest shit.
Oh, my God.
He sprays it all over his desk. I laughed so hard.
Oh, my God. That was hilarious. So he's like getting all prepped and he's laying the cloth down. And there's just a big smile on this gangster's face. And then he goes like this and plops it. And it's just like watery.
Yeah. It's
like disgusting. It was so gross.
And then a henchman gets right in his face. It's hilarious. And he goes, it's shit. And the guy just turned around and goes, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thanks. Like, I didn't know that, you dummy.
Yeah. But I thought that was pretty funny.
It was funny.
It's a classic mix-em-up.
Right.
One guy gets diamonds, the other guy gets runny shit. And, of course, the gangster not very happy that he got this shit. I mean, not at all.
Pissed. Well, I mean, when you got that many diamonds that you're expecting and you literally get shit delivered. And not only that, too, if you're a gangster, you're like, okay, hold on. Is someone sending me a message here? That's shit. Like,
that's the first
that'd be the first thing I would think as a gangster is like, okay, someone's sending me a message. I'm going to go out and kill whoever it was.
Oh, yeah. For sure. We got to talk about the three main characters. So it's journalist Tashi, who's the main character. Photographer Nitin, who is a real, just a perv in every manner of the word.
He is a perv, but I do feel bad for him. His boss was such a dick. With the banana scenes?
No, that's Urup, the cartoonist. Nitin is the photographer, the fat guy.
Oh, Nitin is... Oh, okay.
He's the guy who's a total fucking pervert.
Yeah.
He's the one that's perving on, like... He's taking pictures of the prostitute having sex.
And then blackmailing people.
And then he's also taking weird pictures of dead bodies. A dead body that was very clearly breathing in that scene. It was so obvious that dead body was not even pretending to hold his breath.
Well, and those dead bodies too. I thought at first they were on like movie sets.
Yeah,
and I thought it was like a, like a continuity.
Well, I thought maybe
go and take pictures.
Because remember when they meet, because the main character meets the love interest, which is a journalist. Mm-hmm. They meet at one area and then they meet again at like a murder or something. I thought the guy was just knocked out, but he had like rope marks around his leg. He's dead, but he was just clearly breathing pretty heavy too. Like the guy just got done running a mile, and they're like, "All right, lay down. Now you got to be a dead guy." He had no clue what he was doing. But yeah. So and then the cartoonist Urup, who unfortunately got left not at the altar, but just kind of left hanging in the breeze.
Yeah.
By a girl that we don't see much, but it ends up leading into my favorite scene again. But yeah, like you said, his boss is a real dick. Yeah, the banana.
Well, I mean, have it a little bit more happy, and then when he does do it happy, he's like, "No, have it a little less this." I love that phone call too in the car. He can't understand him because he's just hung himself.
Yeah.
And so Tashi takes the phone for him, and he repeats the exact same thing. And he goes, "Who is this? Who is this? What?" And then he's like, "Oh, it's me. It's Arup."
Yeah,
and
I think he's got that. Yeah,
I thought it was hilarious.
And before that, the whole time he has like he has like an afro the entire time, and I knew it was a wig the entire time. So I'm like, are they playing that off? And I didn't know how they were gonna do it, but eventually you find out that he ends up shaving his head, but it is an obvious wig the entire time. I mean, it's like a Jerry curl or something, but it's an obvious. Yeah, things don't go too well for him.
No, it does not.
He ends up hanging. Well, I guess they end up hanging.
They end up hanging him. But that scene was really well done too, and I thought was funny because he finally falls off. The henchman gets shot in the head, but then the ceiling collapses, and they had foreshadowed that in Act 1.
The fucking neighbors who's like 24/7. He's doing like rehearsals
all the time.
The worst upstairs neighbor you could possibly ever have. The guy is literally stomping on the floor.
All day,
non-stop. Yeah, I thought that scene was hilarious where they stomp and the fan falls and she's put the foot is like, hey, yeah, that was a really good, a really well edited scene too. Very chaotic, but yeah, really well done. Another really well edited scene is the scene where he's really got to take a shit and he's like racing through the fucking town because he gets poisoned or whatever by the. But quick acting, fucking food poisoning again. It hits this guy instantly.
He must just have irritable bowels.
He unloads unholy hell on that fucking bathroom. My God, no wonder it ends up coming loose later.
Yeah.
And I laughed at that scene too, where he's yanking on the thing, and it comes down and it hits him so damn hard. He ends up going through the bathroom door and just splinters the entire door. It's such that guy, the guy who plays who is the fat guy, Nitin, he was hilarious, dude. Yeah. Even the scene where he's explaining the rent and how he's going to blackmail the landlord.
He's so shady, too, this guy.
I know. And they go through the entire thing, and then the guy was like, he's like, yeah, I'm getting married. And he's like, why the fuck have we been talking about the rent?
He goes, you're moving out. Yeah. Why the fuck are you talking about it?
For like 20 minutes, they're arguing about blackmail, and then he's like, you're not even going to be here. Why the fuck are we talking about the rent? But yeah, super shady.
It was so funny how he was blackmailing people, too. He's like, what? He goes, I've been doing this for 2 years. You're like, oh, my God. That's how this guy's paying for his rent every month. He's just blackmailing people. Like, oh, my God.
2 years he's been setting up a camera across the street while he pays a prostitute, which is good for her. She was double dipping.
Oh, she was. She was getting paid
She was getting paid both ways, which is real nice for her. But, yeah, he was just, at first, I'm sure probably just doing it because he's a pervert.
Right.
But then he ends up finding out that he could blackmail and his landlord, his real shitty landlord comes in.
He is. But, dude, you almost had to feel bad for this landlord because, like, it was kind of like a side story where this guy, goes and that guy's just being like, don't touch me. You have You probably have a bunch of diseases.
Yeah.
And then he shows up and he gets hit in the head with the thing that gets thrown out the window, the diamonds.
The nesting doll.
The nesting doll, yeah. And it hits the guy in the head, and I'm like could this guy's day get any worse?
Well,
He's getting blackmailed. He got knocked out.
Well, he was cheating on his wife also, so he's got bad karma going.
Right.
And his wife looked like she would probably fucking murder the man.
Yeah, absolutely.
She was always carrying a knife. In every scene, she was carrying a knife.
A knife wielder.
Every time she would like poke at him with it, he knew he would be dead if she found out.
Yeah.
Because he didn't take it well, but that's a great way of getting free rent.
It is.
Find out your landlord's a pervert.
Dirty little secrets.
Landlords are always shady as fuck anyways.
Well, they have to be. You know, I think that's a requirement if you're a landlord.
They are shady as hell. So I'm sure they're always doing some
right.
suspect business that you could probably blackmail them on, but it doesn't end up working well for them.
No, it does not.
I mean, it almost works out, but then the landlord gets the cops involved.
He does.
Now the cops are like this big... It's like they got the entire fucking police station involved because this guy was getting blackmailed.
I know.
The mayor?
I don't know.
They get everyone involved, and that's how the cops end up finding the gangsters, and then it's just because they're looking out for that guy. But yeah, man, it's a lot going on.
Going on.
You know, it's well made to where it's not confusing or anything at all. Even though you have these three like side characters, these three guys, they all end up coming together in the middle and trying to figure this out. But it's not messy at all. No. And the love interest, you know, she might have been just tacked on, but I wasn't sure how it was going to play out because the main guy was about to get married the entire time.
Yeah, he was engaged. Tashi was engaged.
Yeah.
But then he meets what's her name in this? Menika?
I can't.
Yeah.
I think that is it, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Menika.
Yeah. Because I did like that scene too where that Rajveej or whatever, that guy got pissed and it was chasing him.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about the slap. And I gotta bring that up too. Did you see the comment where we didn't bring up a slap in a reaction video? And one guy wrote, "You missed the slap," and all. So people like that we're talking about. At first, they weren't so happy that we were bringing it, but now it's a thing we always have to bring up. So for that one guy, let's talk about that goddamn slap.
Let's talk about the slap.
Because man, was that a power slap?
Oh my goodness.
There's some good slaps. There's some weaker slaps. But this guy slapped. He went from south to north. He brought it back over here.
Way back.
And it came 180. And like the power of
the follow through is the most important part in a slap.
And the hips.
It was beautiful.
And you want to move. You want to lead with the hips.
Yep.
Lead with the hips,
but then
power through with the arms. Exactly.
Is where it comes into play.
Yes,
and I got to say, if we're talking about form for a slap, beautiful.
Well, he slaps the main guy, who I can't find.
Tashi.
He slaps Tashi so hard, he does like a flip in the air. And then Tashi comes back, and it's gangster as hell. He doesn't go slap. He bricks the guy in the fucking head.
Hey,
straight up kill this guy right here in this party. That's what the slap does. That's the disrespect.
Well, it's the theory
of the slap. Exactly.
Yeah. It's the theory that cometh from
it's not
the
as
slap.
much as the physical aspect of it, but it's just the years of disrespect that you gotta slap it. But yeah, man, just bricks him. Just
he does.
Fucking old school.
And it was a lot of fun to watch.
It bricks him. The guy falls into a pool. Probably could have easily drowned. You're getting murder 1 charges. And in India, your death is probably just slapped to death. So you're just getting what you tried to avoid in the first place.
Yeah, instead of a stone to death, it's just
slapped to death. But that was a good part. That guy just comes in flying hot, man. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? I figured it was an ex, but God damn, is he just following her around? Yeah.
Well, you know how those crazy exes get.
Yeah, but
crazy.
with an entourage of guys like...
It's like, bro, can you not find another girl?
Hey, you get all your friends together. We're following my ex today.
Like,
he had like 9
idea,
guys.
Boss.
Yeah. But that guy does come. Yeah, I've totally forgot about that side plot. Because that guy comes in again, just randomly in a sidecar. And he sees Menika, because that's his ex-wife. You know, she's the love interest.
And she's making out with what he believes.
Because they're in burkas.
Yeah, because they're in burkas.
And she was talking about kissing women earlier. So everyone thinks she might be a lesbian. But this guy, it really hurt him.
It did hurt him.
He knew, though, because he comes back and he goes, I knew you were fucking lesbian. Man, he says that.
She's like, what? He's like, I saw you kissing that girl in the car.
Yeah.
She's like, what are you doing watching me?
Yeah, just randomly. India
guy's
is the biggest place of all
in the world, but yet this guy keeps running into her.
2 billion people, and this guy, they always run into this guy. But yeah, that was good. I liked the whole scene where they got to rob the jewelry store, even though the robbery was absolutely just stupid.
That was one of my favorite scenes, like the entirety of it.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was scratching my head going, how are they going to get this money back? And like,
turns out not a lot of planning.
No, but it was funny.
It was
nonetheless,
funny,
it was really funny. And then I like that scene too where his friend sees the security camera and they're like tying him up and he's like, oh! And then the cop's sitting right next to him, so he's like leaning like this forward, and the cop just keeps looking at her like, what?
I forgot. And he goes in and he drinks with the burqa and just drinks all day. Like
drinks like the orange juice, but it just goes all over the burqa.
Yeah. I forgot about that part.
Oh, God.
I forgot about that. Is a very funny scene. A lot of physical comedy there. Yep. It's very slapstick, that scene. Yeah. That's what this movie was. That's, again, why I felt like a kind of an early 2000s film. Was a lot of slapstick comedy.
A lot of slapstick, but it didn't... What I enjoyed about this movie is, like, you can't do both. Like, you can't really do both. Like, they didn't take themselves too serious in this movie. They allowed the film to breathe. They allowed the comedy to just be a little bit more natural. So you didn't feel like, oh, my God, they're trying to be funny. It just was funny.
Exactly, yeah. It wouldn't have worked well with, like, in, not Anne Hundum, but what's the other one? What's the comedy we just watched? That was...
Three Idiots.
No, the other one with the trans woman.
Oh, Super Deluxe.
Super Deluxe, exactly. Yes. Like, this kind of type of comedy would not have worked well in that type of film because of how serious that film really was.
Yeah, the undertone was.
Exactly. Yep. But it works really well for this film because, they never take themselves serious.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a stupid film. You know, it's not dumb
it's not.
or anything like that.
It's not dumb where you're like, oh, I don't believe any of this. It's
Even
just
though
right. It's
there
just
is
that perfect
a
balance.
lot of poop jokes.
There's a lot
of shit jokes.
But you know what? Like,
if done right,
it works.
It could be, for my dumb primate brain. I mean, something good about it.
Yeah,
there's something good about a good old fashioned shit joke. Austin Powers did it. If you could do it right, go ahead.
Do it right.
Go ahead. Yeah.
But I did like the jeweler scene altogether. And what a stereotypical jeweler that guy was. So for all the diamonds, these guys, I love the scene first when they're trying to sell the diamonds.
I mean, how dumb how little do you have to know about diamonds?
Yeah, I know,
but you're getting ripped off so bad. Right. I mean, because at first they were going to take 3 locks for the entire thing, and they're like, "Oh, fuck. What, these guys just wake up? Are they cavemen?"
Well, and then they're like, oh, when they put it together, he goes, per diamond. And he's like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, so that's 90 locks.
And they're like, oh, that's pretty good, too. The guy's like, but I won't give you any
more. No wheeling and dealing.
They were willing to take 3 locks for, what was it, like 30
freaking like,
diamonds this big?
Giant diamonds.
Yeah. These guys, I guess, have no fucking clue, any monetary value of anything at all. I have no idea. What a moron. That guy could have gave him 3 locks.
He could have.
And he got just the biggest steal of all time. But yeah, the whole fact that he refused to sell him. I mean, obviously, he's got to make a deal.
Well, of course.
Even though it was half an hour.
And then they come back. Yeah. And he's like, well, sorry, you got to pay double for this.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Then they just fucking rob him.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The guy was kind of a shit.
When a guy slaps you, take a brick to his head. When a guy rips you off, fucking rob him. That's all. This is a very gangster film.
It is pretty gangster. In the most comical way.
It is, yeah. And yeah, that was a good scene, though. And then it all kind of accumulates to, of course, a shootout. Right. You got to have. If there's gangsters involved, and there's got to be a shootout.
And then just the common over-themed joke was the shit jokes. I loved when Nitin was in the shitter, and he's like shitting again, and then all the gunfire goes off. And the old couple, too. We got to talk about the old couple.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Their room gets lit up. They were in a few scenes, but their room just gets lit up. They're trying to have wine, and then the wife says, why don't we just go to fucking Disneyland?
Yep.
Hilarious. I thought that old couple was super funny.
The scene, the first scene that shows the old couple in is when I guess they just randomly go in their room to hide out from the ex, and then they got to pretend that they're having sex, and that scares the old couple so much that they just, and run away. Like if I see 2 people having sex in my room, I'm still like, I'm breaking it up.
Look, break it up.
I'm not just hot.
You just become an official.
Yeah, I mean, you get between them, you know.
Right.
You spray them down with a hose or something like you got to do with dogs, but you still just run away. Like, they just assume the old couple will be so... And the matter they're, like, peeking in the door, and then they do the sounds loud, and these people are just frightened. Like, they've never seen anything like it.
Well...
Yeah, it's a bad honeymoon, though.
It is a bad honeymoon.
Or not a honeymoon, but anniversary. Because they're 1,000 years old.
They're pretty old.
They're pretty old. But yeah, it ends in a shootout where all the gangsters get killed.
Yep, all the gangsters and
luckily
even
enough,
all the police except one of them.
All the cops. It's a real fucking bloodbath. It turns out to be.
It is a bloodbath.
Like 9 bodies.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I guess not a lot of questions asked because the 3 guys just walk out.
Nothing.
Walk out. He gets the girl. In a comical kind of realistic way where he's still because he had to save his wife, but he had to use the girl that he also likes to for her to save her. But at the very end, they like make out and kiss. Why his ex is right there? Yeah. Like, what the fuck? But it worked out with him. It works out. Because he got a new car, too.
Yeah, he did get a new car.
This guy was going to get paid big time to marry that chick. And that chick was really good looking. So, I mean, this guy gave all that up.
For the reporter lady.
For the reporter.
Or for the journalist, rather.
Yeah, for the journalist, yeah. He was getting a lot. Flat, new car.
I know.
Could not. Man, he was
just said, I can't marry this ditzy broad.
They're going to give him an apartment. They're going to give him an apartment, too.
I know. They were really trying to sell this guy on marrying their daughter. He's like, look, it's not a dowry or anything, but...
Shame. And I know, and he had, like, nothing to offer.
No, he didn't. He wasn't even, like super successful.
No, he was not successful at all.
Yeah.
He was just a babe magnet, though, man. Even the reporter immediately was all over him.
Oh, they're like a magnet, man.
Yeah, I guess he was a journalist, but he didn't seem like he was doing much journalism.
So the budget for this film was 25 crore, and that's an equivalent to about 41 crore nowadays. At the box office, it made 100 crore, so it made 4 times its budget.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, but for a comedy like this, I guarantee the word got around real fast that hey, you guys are going to want to check out Deli Belly. This movie's actually really funny.
Oh
and, yeah. That's kind of word of mouth is the best advertiser.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's, unless there's any other scenes, I think we just talked about that. It's definitely worth watching. I mean, it was hilarious. I would have went and saw this in theaters in 2011.
Yeah, for sure.
Would have been right up my alley. I would have been a junior in high school. This film, I would have fucking loved this film.
Oh, yeah, and majority of this film, this is something we haven't even touched up on yet, but was in English.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The entire damn thing.
I know.
This film felt like, as far as the films we've watched, it probably felt the most Western to me. Mm-hmm. I mean, as far as the comedy, it really felt like a Western film. Yeah, it was. We didn't even talk about that. Yeah, the entire thing was in English. And then they later dubbed it over in Hindi. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then they made a remake in Tamil.
Yeah.
So you know it's good.
But the reason why it was in English, and this is really cool, the film was written by Akshat Verma, a Los Angeles-based writer who first wrote the screenplay as part of his studies for the screenwriting course.
Yeah, UCLA, which UCLA is like,
that's a big deal.
It's the best. It's the best film school. I mean, that's where they all go. That's where Spielberg went.
It used to be titled Say Cheese was the former title before they went with Deli Belly.
That makes sense. I forgot we read about that when we did the trailer reaction. But and that makes sense to why it feels so Western as well. Was this guy fucking?
Yeah, that's why I figured I'd bring it up because when you said that, I was like, okay, well, there's the correlation right there.
Yeah,
but you are right. It had a very Western feel to it
for sure. Man, he did 15 drafts.
Yeah, 15 drafts of this film.
That's insane.
Took him over 3 years to do it too, before he was finished writing the story.
I don't even know. That's like Inception. I mean, like, what was the original one?
Yeah, I know.
How
to see the first draft would have been cool.
And but yeah, it's rated A in India, which is like rated R. That's rated A for adult, and it is pretty adult. Although, does it show? It shows a ton of people smoking in it, and
no warning.
No warning.
I don't understand. Let us know in the comments section again.
I'm telling you, I don't think it is for every region. I think
certain regional
is more strict for sure. Yeah, because Jollica too, man. They just
threw it up every time.
Yep, do not fucking. I'll never smoke a cigarette because of Jollica too. Those
course.
warnings really
They
drilled
really
into me.
got you.
They did their job. I never touched the stuff. I never touched the stuff.
Maybe it works. You know, at first we were talking
subliminally,
shit,
yeah.
Maybe it works.
It's so weird. Every time I'm about to smoke a cigarette, I just get this feeling that a giant fucking bull, a bull might run through my house and kill my entire town. Right. So it worked. It definitely worked. But yeah, as far as Deli Belly, I would definitely say go out and watch this. It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix, and it's only an hour and 40 minutes, too.
I would say if you're going to, like, dip your toes in India cinema, this might be the best first film you can watch.
This is the one to start. I completely agree with that.
Yeah, it's a nice little starter course for what else is in India cinema, because it's a little both, you know, Western and, but I think it's the perfect film to start out. We probably should have watched it first.
Yeah, in hindsight, we probably should have.
But it's one of those films that, yeah, it will give you... it's not super because it's dubbed in or it's in English.
Yep.
So it's easy to digest, but it will leave you wanting more India cinema in my opinion. And then you can get into Super Deluxe and Andam if you like those comedies and just keep going.
Super Deluxe, man. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that.
I love Super Deluxe.
I fucking loved that movie. Yeah. I loved it.
I think about it all the time. And that's a movie that stuck with me.
Yeah.
That is a movie that stuck with me, especially that fucking alien scene.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, side note, I got to bring this up. In the comment section, someone had said that watch that movie again very closely because the TV was reporting on aliens, and that's why it showed up later on. It was a little Easter egg.
It is
and I was
Easter egg.
Okay.
Still doesn't make sense for why they wrote an alien into the plot.
Well, yeah, but at least they foreshadowed it. We just missed it.
I mean, I'm guessing it wasn't just like, I figured the writer had it. Knew it was going to be in it, and not just on set one day. They're like, "Hey, throw an alien in there."
No, we got an extra.
We got an extra 20 crore for the CGI. So let's do it. But, all right, that's all I got for Deli Belly.
Alrighty, yeah, that's all I have too. Definitely recommended from both of us. You can find this film on Netflix. Well, that is our review for Deli Belly. If you guys like what you're seeing here and you're watching on YouTube, please be sure to like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification. We drop videos here every single day. Check out our social media pages, Twitter, Seen It Podcast. Cash is on Twitter. That's just Cash. Instagram, Have You Seen It? Facebook, Have You Seen It Podcast. Our podcast in audio format, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Stitcher. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Mason Knight. That is Cash Krause. Until next time.
Bye.